Right, gonna get started in just a sec. Hello to all our festive online viewers, especially if to you. Yeah. Thank you so much, Robbie. With with people that recognise. Thank you so much for that. Right. Welcome to the Vern Barquist Festive Finale. All sorts of rounds, of course, as always, starting off with a links round. Thank you very much, Luke, for this links round. This bird is a bee eater, so if that doesn't get you in the festive mood, I don't know what will. How this works, we're going to show you 9 general knowledge questions, seemingly general knowledge questions, because actually there's a thing that is in common with them all. All the answers have something in common. The first 9 answers have something in common. Question number 10 will be, what's the link? What is the thing that links them all together? Question number 1. Who was captain of the Beagle during Charles Darwin's famous voyage? Question number 1. Who was captain of the Beagle during Charles Darwin's famous voyage? Number 2. What is the largest river on the island of Ireland? What is the largest river on the island of Ireland? Right, question number 3. What area, an area within a particular city of the UK, was the first one to introduce the congestion charge? What area within a city of the UK was the first one to introduce the congestion charge? Question number 4. What name is given to all of the following? An album by the Bees, a class of submarine, and a famous historical battle of the Napoleonic War. What names given to all of the following? An album by the Bee Gees, a class of submarine, and a famous historical battle of the Napoleonic War. Question number 5. What was the name of the second colony in the New World, founded by the Puritans in 1620? Founded by Puritans in 1620. Question number 6. What city is home to the Trailblazers NBA basketball team? What city is home to the Trailblazers NBA basketball team? Number 7. What is the name given to the land bridge that connected Britain to mainland Europe during the last ice age? What was the name given to the land bridge that connected Britain to mainland Europe during the last ice age? Question number 8. What fish is often cooked a la meunière? Niall? Where the fish is dipped in flour and then fried or sautéed in butter. Which fish is often cooked? Where the fish is dipped in flour and then fried or sautéed in butter. What boat race sponsored by Rolex for 20 years involves participants racing from Cowes through various landmarks in the southern approaches and finishing in Plymouth or Cherbourg? It's on the screen there. What boat race, possibly not involving VK, sponsored by Rolex for 20 years, involves participants racing from Cowes through various landmarks in southern approaches and finishing in Plymouth or Cherbourg? Question number 10, as always. Question 10, as always, what is the link? What is the thing that links the first 9 answers together? Right, because we've got a lot to get through, we're not gonna go through the questions again. But if anyone, when we have a little break, wants to come up and ask for a question repeated, they're very welcome to. The next round is a round called Christmas Around the World, as you might expect, by our international officer Joseph Patron. Thank you, Joseph. So here are 5 questions about Christmas around the world. It's Christmassy, you know. Which country has a ghoulish creature called Krampus alongside Santa Claus? This creature is said to wander the streets and search for bad children to punish. Nice and jolly there. Which country has a ghoulish creature called Krampus alongside Santa Claus? The creature is said to wander the streets and search for bad children to punish. Question number 2. Which country's Christmas decorations that mimic spider webs and considers webs to be a sign of good luck? Which country uses Christmas decorations that mimic spiders' webs and consider webs to be a sign of good luck? Right, question number 3. Which country does not celebrate Christmas as a national holiday, yet families will pay up to £20 per person to have a special Christmas Eve meal on KFC? I don't think that's a cap. I think it can go above that. Which country does not celebrate Christmas as a national holiday, yet families will pay up to £20 per person to have a special Christmas Eve meal and at KFC? Number 4. Which country celebrates Epiphany Eve on the night of the 5th of January, where a friendly witch called Befana delivers gifts to children and sweeps their houses? Instead of cookies and milk, one leaves a glass of wine and local foods for her. What's this one? The lovely, delightful, and not at all unsettling image there. Question number 5. In the capital of which country would you encounter swathes of city dwellers making their way to Mass on roller skates on Christmas morning? This tradition is so well established that the city's streets are closed to traffic from 8 a.m. that day. In the capital of which country would you encounter swathes of city dwellers making their way to Mass on roller skates on Christmas morning? This tradition is so well established that the city streets are closed to traffic from 8 a.m. that very day. Right. We've got 5 question rounds. We've got a lot to get through. Classic arcade games. Here are 5 questions on classic arcade games. Something to help you out. It's also a word snake. So the first letter of each answer is the last letter of the previous answer. And the last letter of each answer is the first letter of the next one. Anybody think of an example? For example, if one of the answers was Minecraft, the next one will begin with a T. So here we go. That's a Sam for this round. A 1986 vampire hunting platformer. Let's say 6 vampire hunting platformer. So from the clue, can you get the classic video game? And can you also maybe use the word snake to help you? Question number 2. 1979, spacefaring rocket shooter. Rock shooter, sorry. 1979, spacefaring rock shooter. Hey, question number 3. 1978, stop advancing aliens. 1978, stop advancing aliens. By the way, the word snake does not loop round. So the last letter of the last answer is not the first letter of the first answer. However, in every other case, the last letter of that answer is the first letter of the next one. If you have not got a raffle ticket, do feel free to come up and I will get you one. Just so everyone knows, it is not good prizes up for offer. Do not get excited. Lower your expectations. But it's all free. Yeah, well, I'm at it. Question number 4. 1985, princess saving mushroom haters. 1985, princess saving mushroom haters. Question number 5 of this word snake arcade round. 1989, martial arts thoroughfare scrapper. Martial arts thoroughfare scrapper. 1987, martial arts thoroughfare scrapper. On with the quiz. It is all about Christmas food. This is round by Eleanor. Thanks to Eleanor. Due to no, actually not due to anything. It's a 10-question round, and frankly, you can deal with it. Question: it's all zoomed in Christmas food. Can you name what Christmas food? It's all on the screen. If you're under the screen, feel free to come out from under the screen to have a look at the projector. Also, feel free to take a picture of it on your phone and come back to it later. What food is on the screen? It's a close-up picture. Also, just for a bit of flavour, there's some food-themed Christmas cards on the side of each slide, which you might enjoy. Next up. Next up, 3. Question number 4. What festive food is this? Question number 5. What festive food is this? Next up, question number 6. What is this? What food is this? Festive food. Question number 8. What festive food is this? Question number 9. What festive food is this? Also, by the way, clarification on question 5 of round 1. The colony is actually the second colony that wasn't mysteriously abandoned. So, I hope that helps. Finally, question number 10. What is this? By the way, if I've not given you a raffle ticket somehow, do come up and get a raffle ticket. You are going to want to miss this. Next round. Back to your usually scheduled 5-question rounds, as this is a quiz. This is Christmas in Literature. Thank you to your FLC president, Rebecca Amy Jackson, for this round. So, Christmas in Literature. Here's 5 questions about Christmas. Which author wrote the following opening lines? One Christmas was so much like another. In those years, around the sea town corner now and out of all sound except the distant speaking of the voices I sometimes hear a moment before sleep, that I can never remember whether it snowed for 6 days and 6 nights when I was 12, or whether it snowed for 12 days and 12 nights when I was 6. Which author wrote those lines? Question number 2. To the nearest 500, how many copies did Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol sell by its 5th day of publication? Come on, you should be knowing this stuff. To the nearest 500, how many copies did Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol sell by its 5th day of publication? Next up is question number 3. Which iconic poet wrote the lyrics to the famous Christmas Carol In the Bleak Midwinter? Which iconic poet wrote the lyrics to the famous Christmas Carol In the Bleak Midwinter? Iconic. Question number 4. In what decade was the term Christmas present first used? Which decade was the term Christmas present first used? And it was by a famous diarist, if that helps. Question number 5. What do the sisters in Louisa Alcott's Little Women of 1868 give away to a family in need on Christmas? What do the sisters in Little Women give away to a family in need on Christmas? Oh, right. We're now going to have a short break. If you would like to get a drink or go to the loo, might be a good time to do it. If you'd like to come up and ask for a question repeated, you can do that as well. Right, 1 minute and then we're starting again. 1 minute. Right, on we go with the quiz, I'm afraid. I mean, not I'm afraid. What a brilliant quiz. Here we go. Next up is Christmas song dingbats. Thank you very much to me for this round. They're all dingbats about Christmas songs. They're all dingbats about Christmas songs. Can you work out the Christmas song from? It's like say what you see, like a dingbat. So what is happening here? What Christmas song is this? And on we go with question number 2. Once again, feel free, those of you who are not in a good view of the screen, feel free to pop out, take a picture of it, and go back to your table. Come back to it later if you like. Yeah, question number 3, the next Christmas song. What is this? Christmas song here. Question number 4, what Christmas song is this? A little bit more straightforward. Question number 5, the whole Christmas round. What Christmas song is this? Next up is a round called Feliz Navidad. Thanks to Annabelle for this round. This is just 5 questions about Christmas in Spain. El Gordo is the national lottery that takes place on the 22nd of December. To the nearest 100,000 euros, how much is the top prize of El Gordo worth? Come on, guys, this is textbook. El Gordo is the national lottery that takes place on the 22nd of December. To the nearest 100,000 euros, how much is the top prize of El Gordo worth? I'll tell you, as a little clue, it's less than 1 million. It's less than 1 million and it's more than 90,000. Question number 2. A traditional roscon de reyes cake contains a ceramic figurine which makes the receiver queen or king for the day. And a bean. What must the person who receives the bean do? A traditional roscon de reyes cake contains a ceramic figurine which makes the receiver queen or king for the day. And a bean. What must the receiver of the bean do? Question number 3. What would you be doing if you walked around the Belen? What would you be doing if you walked around the Belen? Now, 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 some people are saying this round is quite hard. They're all Christmas related, so this is a Christmas related thing that you could view and walk around. Question number 4. On which date do the 3 kings bring presents? What object is being described here? Children feed him small pieces of bread each evening in the lead up to Christmas. Then they whack him with a stick and ask him to poop out turon, sweet nougat, and other treats for him. No, it's not, Senior Student Union Representative Elliot Farr. What object is being described here? Children feed him small pieces of bread each evening in the lead up to Christmas. Then they whack him with a stick and ask him to poop out turon, sweet nougat, and other treats for them. And on with the next round. This next round, wow, look at that high production value. Thank you, Jared, for this round. We're going to show you 5 celebrations that aren't Christmas. Can you tell us, it's sort of infographics about them? There's a picture round, so same applies, but feel free to pop out and take a picture of it, come back to the table. Tell us the celebration. Here, for example, question number 1. What celebration is this here? Next up is question number 2. What celebration is this? Celebration is this. By the way, regarding the Spain round, Annabelle would like to say this is GCSE content, so come on. Definitely you guys can go. Celebration is this. Another lovely moving one there. Next up, question number 4. What festival is this? What festival is this representing? And finally for this round, what is this? What festival is this? And you know what? Let's do another little raffle draw. Why not? Let's keep the raffle going. Eyes on tickets, everyone. You could win something properly existent. And that number of this lucky winner is 277. Many congratulations. You have won a lovely citrus fruit themed tie. Oh, just fruit themed, actually. Enjoy. Next round, another animal one, but this time it is multiple choice. Medieval Christmas. How many days did Christmas last? Is it A, 3, B, 7, or C, 12? How many days did Christmas celebrations last? Question number 2. In what year was the term Christmas first recorded? In what year was the word Christmas first recorded? This doesn't seem contentious at all. Was it A, 1038, B, 1138, or C, 1238? Question number 3. What was braggot? What was braggot? Was it mulled ale with honey and cinnamon? Was it a roasted boar's head? Was it a goose stuffed with nuts, herbs, and breadcrumbs? What was braggot? Was it mulled ale with honey and cinnamon, a roasted boar's head, C, a goose stuffed with nuts, herbs, and breadcrumbs, or D, the senior student union representative, Elliot Farr? Question number 4. What was the job of the Lord of Misrule? What was the job of the Lord of Misrule? Was it to give out presents, to direct the festivities, or to arrest drunkards? What was the job of the Lord of Misrule? Was it to give out presents, to direct the festivities, C, to arrest the drunkards, or D, to represent the interests of Hillbead, C, to represent the council at the SU. Question number 5. In the Christmas game, Hot Cockles, blindfolded victims had to guess who had A, tickled them, B, kissed them, or C, slapped them. In the Christmas game, Hot Cockles, blindfolded victims had to guess who A, tickled them, B, kissed them, C, slapped them, or D, represent their interests at the student union. Right, okay. You know what? Let's do another raffle prize pool. If your raffle ticket number is 287, come on up. You've won something brilliant. 287. Oh, 287 doesn't seem to be here or want their prize. So we'll pull another ticket. Now, tonight, interesting. Okay, we'll give it to 297 then. Anyone? Is 297 still here? 297. Oh, 297, you have won a DVD copy of the hit film The Spy Who Dumped Me. Enjoy. Happy holidays. Off we go with the next round, which is Christmas anagrams. Can you name the anagram? They're all Christmas food again, if you want a bit more Christmas food. There may or may not be overlap with the other round, but no worries at all. Question number 1. What anagram is this? What Christmas food is here in anagram form? Pensioner, adapt, horsey. Pensioner, adapt, horsey. By the way, the number of words in the anagram does not correspond to the number of words in the food necessarily. Thanks to Niall for this round, by the way, who just said, I do know what it is. So, it's a good time. Question number 2. Second anagram. Cubed areas. Cubed areas. Next up is question number 3. Non-unionist aged gas. Non-unionists aged gas. Next up, question number 4. Feel free to write these down and come back to them later if you like. Dispatching drums. Question number 4. Dispatching drums. Question number 5. Overeating ducks. Overeating ducks. What food is this? Right. Let's face it, there's another raffle prize coming imminently. And here it is. And the winner of this is that's 349. 349. If that's you, do come on up. I believe this prize, the man at Oxfam actually said, who's going to want that? It's a small ceramic pot which looks a bit like a cupcake. Congratulations! Cherish that forever. Happy Christmas. Next up, the winner of the people got the best team name in the last quiz chose the London Underground as their specialist topic. If you get best team name this week, then for the first quiz of next term, you get to pick a round for it. Wow, high stakes. Thanks to the laureates for this round. Question number 1. Form of the Metropolitan Railway. The public. Plus or minus 1 decade. London Underground was the first underground passenger railway in the form of the Metropolitan Railway. Which decade did it open to the public? Question number 2. Approximately what percentage of the London Underground is actually under the ground? Is it 45%, 65%, or 85%? Approximately what percentage of the London Underground is actually under the ground? Fair play. Question number 3. On the underground and second longest in the UK can be found in a station on which line? The longest escalator on the underground and the second longest in the UK can be found in a station on which line? Question number 4. This is a scene from which film? This is a scene from which film? Nice. Next, multimedia. Blimey. Yeah, nice. Yeah, next up is question number 5. Which one of the 4 stations on a UK London Monopoly board does not have a connecting tube station? Which one of the 4 stations on a UK London Monopoly board does not have a connecting tube station? The underground says how many stations? Is it 164, 272, or 338? The underground says how many stations? 164, 272, or 338? Question number 7. Girls Aloud debut single Sound of the Underground was Christmas number 1 in which year? Girls Aloud debut single Sound of the Underground was Christmas number 1 in which year? Question number 8. Edward Johnston was the designer of what element of the underground? Edward Johnston was the designer of what element of the underground? Question number 9. Tube stations were used as bomb shelters during the Blitz, a German strategic bombing campaign during World War II. During which years did this campaign occur? So after a range of years. Tube stations were used as bomb shelters during the Blitz, the German strategic bombing campaign during World War II. During which years did this campaign occur? This is question number 10. Monopoly, a board game mentioned previously in question number 5, is manufactured by Hasbro. Name the stick-pulling marble drop game by the same company. I can read it twice. Monopoly, a board game mentioned previously in question number 5, is manufactured by Hasbro. Name the stick-pulling marble drop game by the same company. Okay, sure. We'll do another raffle prize. Eyes on ticket. Eyes on ticket. If you're not here when your number is red, I'm sorry, your number is void. The number is 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. If that's you, do. Oh, he shoots, he scores. You have won the illustrated biography of Kylie Minogue. One of our star prizes, so very lucky there. On we go with our final round. Thanks to Angus for this one. This is, of course, the wipeout round. This is 10 general knowledge questions. See, they are general knowledge questions, in fact. However, if you write down an answer and it's wrong, you get 0 points for the entire round. So only write down an answer if you're sure about it, basically. Because if you write down an answer and it's incorrect, that is 0 points for the entire round. Question number 1. For Christmas in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Harry gets a gift of money from the Dursleys. How much does Harry get? For Christmas in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, Harry gets a gift of money from the Dursleys. How much money does he get? What is the closest prime number to 2021? What's the closest prime number to 2021? You can tell Angus is our technical officer because look at the Photoshop job on that background. Thank you, Angus. Question number 3. With the Formula One season coming to an end this weekend, and Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton are both on 369.5 points each. Who has won more races this season? Is it Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton? Who has won more races this season? Max or Lewis? Next up is question number 4. In the 2007 Christmas special of Doctor Who, David Tennant's Doctor says, "I'm the Doctor. I'm a Time Lord." Adjective. I'm from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of. That's not a real word. I don't need to know how to pronounce it. I'm 903 years old, and I'm the man who is going to save your lives and all 6 billion people on the planet below. Name this episode. In the 2007 Christmas special of Doctor Who, David Tennant's Doctor said, "I'm the Doctor, I'm a Time Lord, I'm from the planet Gallifrey in the constellation of Castaboros. I'm the 1903, I'm 1903 years old. I'm going to stop reading. I've forgotten how to. Question number 5. Which current club in the Premier League has had the most losses of all time in the Premier League? So, of the 20 clubs currently in the Premier League, which one of them has the most all-time Premier League losses? Question number 6. From which country does the modern Christmas tree originate? Which country does the modern Christmas tree originate? Question number 7. What is the biggest Lego set currently released as of November 2021 by individual piece count? It is part of the Lego art range. What is the biggest Lego set currently released as of November 2021 by individual piece count? It is part of the Lego art range. Next up, what was the original name for the MCU film Captain America Civil War when being announced at a 2016 event ran by Kevin Feige? What was the original name for the MCU film Captain America Civil War when being announced at a 2016 event run by Kevin Feige? Question number 9. Which decade did the singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran perform on the main stage Obelisk Arena at Latitude? Which decade did the singer-songwriter Ed Sheeran first perform on the main stage Obelisk Arena at Latitude? Next up, the final question of the term. Oh, the final one. Which king of England made it a tradition to eat turkey on Christmas Day after the British Empire discovered the Americas? Which king of England made it a tradition to eat turkey on Christmas Day after the British Empire discovered the Americas? Right, just before we go through the answers, I think it's time for the penultimate raffle prize. So eyes on tickets, everyone. It could be you. And that number is 356. 356. Well, you have won. This isn't even from Oxfam. It's a £5 bar tab. Oh. So £5 to spend at the bar. The bar tab is already there, so just go there, show them your certificate, and you'll be able to get your. And that's the penultimate prize. So, right. Once you finish, happy with your answers, please swap papers. Everyone, swap papers with another table, please. And we'll go through the answers. No, hang on. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, swap papers. Swap papers. Do carry on. Right, get those papers swapped. If you've already swapped, don't be afraid to swap again. That's fine, as long as you end up with someone else's paper in front of you. You have 30 seconds to get paper swapped. Otherwise, I'm going to start going through the answers. On we go with the answers. Get ready to hear a lot of me. Question number random one was the next round. The first one was Robert Fitzroy. Robert Fitzroy, well done if you got that. Then Shannon, the large river in Ireland. Next up was the Bailey in Durham. The Bailey, nicely done if you got that. This was Trafalgar. Then Plymouth was what we were after. Next up was Portland. Then it was Dogger or Doggerland. Next up was Seoul. Fastnet was the next one. Fastnet race. Fastnet, and the link, as always, is BBC shipping forecast areas. Well done if you got that. If they've got shipping forecasts, that's good enough. Next up is Christmas around the world. This is Austria. Next up was Ukraine. Then Japan. Italy was next. And finally, Venezuela. Venezuela. There were classic arcade games with the word snake going on as well. Castlevania, Asteroids, Space Invaders, Super Mario Bros, and Street Fighter. Then we have these foods. This is Stollen. Stollen. Then bread sauce. Yum, yum, yum. Next up was apples. It was an apple. It's a Christmas apple, of course. Then we had a Yule log, or bûche de Noël, if you put that. Yule log is fine. Then we have pigs in blankets. Next up was roasted chestnuts. Chestnuts will accept chestnuts, but roasted chestnuts is what we're after. Then it was Brussels sprouts. Well, then you got Brussels sprouts. Some particularly tasty looking ones then. Then it was the king cake, or the galette de roi. King cake. Next up was a nut roast. Nut roast, classic nut roast. And then it was roast parsnips. Roast parsnips. Then we had our Christmas in literature. This was Dylan Thomas. A child from Wales. Dylan Thomas. Then it was 6,000. The fifth day of publication was Christmas Eve. Who'd have thought? Then it was Christina Rossetti. Christina Rossetti, iconic poet. Then it was the 1660s, and that poet was Samuel Pepys. 1660s, what we wanted there. Then it was their Christmas breakfast. We will accept Christmas meal. That's fine as well. Christmas meal, something about them giving their Christmas meal or Christmas breakfast to a family in need. Then we have a Christmas song dating back to this is Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, because the word rocking is around the Christmas tree. This is We Three Kings, as in we, like the small sense of the word we, because they're all written quite small. This is underneath the tree, because tree is underneath the tree. A lot of preposition work here. Then this was, of course, Last Christmas. And this was mistletoe, mistletoe, ICBM, type of missile. And then it's got a toe there. Then our Feliz Navidad round. This was, of course, 400,000 euros. Come on, guys. Then they have to pay for the cake to the person who receives the bean. The Belen is a nativity scene. Belen is Spanish for Bethlehem. It's a nativity scene. It's the 6th of January. 6th of January for this one. Then you can have any of these. Christmas log, pooping log, cagatio, Christmas log, pooping log, or cagatio. Identified celebration. This was Hanukkah. Any spelling's fine. Hanukkah. Next up is Chinese New Year. Chinese New Year. Then we had Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa. Then Easter. Easter. You can have Good Friday if you like as well, but Easter is what we're after. And then Midsummer. From the hit film Last Night in Soho. It's 12 days. See, 12. 12 days of Christmas. 12 days between Christmas and Epiphany. This was 10:38. I can't tell you any more about it. I'd love to. This was A, mulled ale. It's mulled ale with honey and cinnamon. Then the Lord of Misrule directs the festivities. Directs festivities. And hot cockles, you slap them. Guess who slapped you? Do not try this at home. Our anagrams, we had honey roasted parsnips. Honey roasted parsnips, then bread sauce, then sage and onion stuffing. Sage and onion stuffing. Then Christmas pudding. And finally, veggie nut roast. Veggie nut roast. Well done, you got those. Nicely done. Next up was our London Underground round. The first one was the 1860s, but we will accept also 1850s and 1870s. Anything from 1850s to 1870s or 1860s is what we're after though. Then this is 45%. 45%, not much. This is, of course, the Northern Line. The longest escalator, incidentally, is Heathrow Terminal 5. So there you go, the Northern Line. This is a scene from V for Vendetta. The answer is Fenchurch Street does not have a connected tube station. Fenchurch Street. Then this was 272, right down the middle there. 2002, it was Christmas #1, Sound of the Underground. Edward Johnson designed the original typeface, the font. He designed the font of the Underground. Font typeface is what we're after. Then this was 1940 to 1941. Give both dates for the point. Both dates for 1.5 points. 1940 to 1941. And then, of course, Kerplunk. Kerplunk. And on we go with the final round, the wipeout round. Reminder, if the team you're marking has got a question, has written down an answer, and they haven't crossed it out and it's wrong, that's 0 points for the entire round. Question #1, it was 50p. 50p. Then it was 2017. That's what we're after there. 2017. Niall possibly got that one. Yeah. This was Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen. He's got 9 points to Lewis Hamilton's 8. Voyage of the Damned. Voyage of the Damned. Everton of 400 losses and counting. The Christmas is Germany was what we're after here. Germany, as a tradition, we meant. This is the Lego Art World Map. The world map, which has 11,695 pieces. It's nearly the biggest of pieces. This was, of course, Captain America's Serpent Society. Captain America's Serpent Society. This was the 2010s. Angus was there. Wow. 2011 specifically, but we wanted the decade 2010s. Well done to Angus. And this was King Henry VIII. A classic King of England, I might say. And that's the quiz. And that's the quiz, to be quite frank. Please add up the scores that you've got in front of you. It should be out of 80. Because of course. And please write the total score big on the front of the page and bring it up here when you're done.
I'd only be that guy. On the last.
The winner of today's quiz, as it's a special occasion, will receive a £30 bar tab, not just £20. Also, there's our final raffle prize to be revealed, and the winner of the best team name, who will get to pick a round for the first quiz of next term. So do stick around. Once you've got those papers marked and with a big score on the front and a team name clearly printed on it, please bring up your quiz papers to the quiz desk. even if it's not yours. Right. Winner of the best team name. First of all, who gets to pick a round for next week, if you're still here, is All I Want for Christmas is Tube. All I Want for Christmas is Tube. An excellent name and also excellently written as well. Lovely design here. So once you think of a round, do come up here and let me know, and we will have it at the next quiz. Well done to them. The winner of the quiz overall and recipient of the £30 bar tab is Quizmas time. This will do just fine. So nicely done. You've won a £30 bar tab. Also, let's not forget there's still a raffle prize to be won. So eyes on tickets. This is the big finale.
What's the price?
The penultimate prize was a £5 bar tab. So what's this going to be? The winner is, if you're still here, and I feel like you might not be, 354. Any cheers for 354? Okay, we go again. 360. If you're 360, do come up here for the finale prize. Do come up as soon as you can. You have 20 seconds or I'll draw another number. I'm drawing another number. I'm sorry, you missed out on the chance for the grand prize, and that was you. 338. Are you there? Do you come up to the quiz desk? Oh, the grand prize. 338.
No, I don't want it.
Young man, what's your name?
Joseph John.
Are you feeling Christmassy?
Not on Festive the gifts.
The grand prize. Bear in mind, the second last prize was a £5 bar tab. The answer to the question from my internet service provider, why did you look up how to swaddle a baby? It's a swaddle butternut squash! Hooray! You won a swaddle butternut squash! It's swaddle in a Festive bag, yeah. Oh, yeah. What do you want?
Lager.
The fastest round for the first quiz next turn is lager. And as a special present, don't even need to draw. Wait, hang on, I need to find something out. Be right back. And our final prize goes to 272. Would you please come up here to claim your prize? Congratulations. It is, of course, the bin bag that all of the raffle prizes were kept in. Enjoy. Merry Christmas. Thank you for coming to the quiz. I hope you've enjoyed. See you next time. Woo!